Okay. See, most of the stuff I'm going to show you on this whole project is not hard. It's just if you pay attention and you're mindful of what you're doing, you'll know how to do each little thing that you do. Okay, so I got you off the tripod. I'm going to go up here and take a quick look at this. And I can see this is one set of wires. This is one set of wires. They go up right there. Okay, and there's a little tab right here in the plastic box that they're shoved up into. Okay, so I'm going to have to pull that tab back, and I'm just going to cut it off to make it easier for me to get those wires in there. And there's only one. See, there's no tab. There's nothing broken off over here, and there's only one tab broken off over there. After I get the box down, I might pull one of these tabs off over on this side of the box for the wire that's going to go over to the ceiling fan. Okay, I'm going to get up there with some needle nose, maybe some pliers, grab that, grab it and twist it off of there. So I have some slop here, getting ready to take that box down. Okay, I don't really need that. Some people might scoff, hey VideoJoe, what are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to leave that on there. It keeps friction on there, blah, blah, blah. Well, hey, you know, there is no attic above here, okay? These are TGI floor joists above here. Nothing is ever going to affect those wires when I push this box back up there, even though that little tab is off of there. Plus those electrical wires are stapled to the joist back within 6 inches of this box. Okay, the new one's not going to be, and it's not going to have to be because there's no attic above there. If there was an attic above there, yes, I would have to get up there and do things differently and wire this differently in a roundabout way so it didn't go across the floor joist. If the floor joist was going across this way, I could staple along the side of the floor joist over to the junction box. If they were going the other way, I'd have to take the wire over here and then over here and then along a floor joist that maybe went this way, stapled on the side of that. So if anybody ever got up in the attic and we're walking around, they don't walk on that wire that's on top of the floor joist. Does that make sense? And that's a code issue. Are there any inspectors who are going to look at this? Probably not. But if anybody ever gets up in your attic later on down the road, you don't want to do that. You want to be mindful of that. You want to be careful of that so that it doesn't put any pressure on your wires, on your wire nuts. If somebody steps on that and trips and falls, or steps where there's no floor joist and they couldn't see that, and they didn't see your wire, or they saw your wire and they weren't paying attention and they backed up and they stepped on top of it, guess what's going to happen? It's going to push your wire that way. It's going to take your wire in your junction box here that way, and it could do damage up inside your wiring harness for your handheld remote sensor that's up here, or for your smoke alarm, or for just your electrical wire connections in general. Okay, so be mindful of stuff like that. All right, let's go on to the next step. My battery is low and it was giving me fits, but I'm getting ready to cut this out. I took my just a hacksaw blade, pushed it up in there, and I can push it up so I know that the joist is over here. And I cleaned up around the edge of this box because the box is going to come down. And I'm going to have to cut that box out. And I'm just going to use my hacksaw blade. Yeah, that's how I removed the last one. You don't need a holder for your hacksaw blade. You just need a pair of gloves, steady hand. You can do it.